Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Speed Force Media. My name is Derek. Today we are talking about Renfield and the future of the Dark Universe franchise. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of horror, DC, Marvel, anything like that, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it really does help support us and reach more listeners like you. Thanks so much. Let's get into it. You know, it wasn't too long ago that Universal, or at least it doesn't feel that long ago, damn, that Universal came out with that picture that they said they were going to launch their new Dark Universe. It was a cinematic universe, kind of in style with the MCU, but it was all going to be based around their classic horror characters. They were going to bring in Frankenstein and Wolfman, Invisible Man. You had Johnny Depp in there as an Invisible Man. Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe were in that Mummy movie. You had Javier Bardem in there. And honestly, as somebody who was a big Dracula fan, somebody who was a Frankenstein, Invisible Man fan, really grew up on those movies when I was a kid. I was really looking forward to seeing a cinematic universe of some sort like that. And although they really prematurely launched the pictures and the marketing for that universe, especially before the films were even out that they were relying on to launch that universe, it was a disaster for them. And there's been some discussion around the web that Renfield could be a new start to a franchise. And when asked of this in a new interview, Chris McKay, director of Renfield as well as the Lego Batman, he had this to say: "We haven't had any conversations about it from the studio's perspective. This is a one-off thing. I figure they don't look at this as some kind of franchise starter. The thing for me personally is I loved the relationship between Renfield and Dracula. I loved the relationship between Renfield and Rebecca. I love the idea that if Dracula's out there, are there other monsters out there in a world where Renfield is now empowered to fight off people's monsters? That's not necessarily where the movie goes. I see more stories in Renfield and his relationship with Rebecca, Dracula, and possibly other monsters out there." So there you have it. This is going to be probably most likely a one-off thing. Now, if it makes a buckload of money, then money talks. They could definitely think about working a sequel, especially if the film is good. That is what's most important. But the trailers look pretty crazy. And I think even if in the back of their minds, they were contemplating doing some sort of spin-off, doing some sort of continuation or crossovers with this character and other popular classic horror characters, or monster characters, I should say, then they're doing it the right way at this point, where they're not trying to get ahead of their gun. They're just taking it one film at a time and just trying to put out the best film they possibly can, which is this movie. And then maybe they might see where it goes from there. But if you were looking forward to some sort of continuation right now, I wouldn't get your hopes up necessarily. Just hope for a good, strong box office for this movie, and of course for it to be well received. Everybody seems to be pretty hyped about this thing, but what do you think about this movie? Are you looking forward to seeing it? Would you like to see a modern day Dark Universe adaptation? Whatever you think, let us know in the comments below, as we always love to hang out with you down there. Thanks for watching. Till next time, have a great day.